Hi everybody, this is Seraina and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you how to make protein coconut cocoa balls. It's a snack that I love, it's a snack that I don't have to worry about, it's guilt-free, and at the same time it's really good for you. I've had a lot of friends that I suggest meals to. They ask me, what can they eat when they're craving something? And a lot of them are quick to reach for a protein bar, and unfortunately a lot of the packaged protein bars are really unhealthy. And there are some good protein bars out there, but for the most part they're not going to have the stuff that you want. They're going to have too much fat, they're going to have a lot of carbs, so you have to be really careful with the packaged foods. So this is a way you can make your own protein bars at home. It's really healthy and it's completely guilt-free. So let's get started. So first I'm going to add my pre-measured 2 cups of almond meal, really easy, and then we're going to add about 5 to 6 scoops of protein powder. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to do about. So I've added my 4 3/4 scoops of the protein, and the thing that I want to say about the protein is I like to use a protein that is for the most part natural, meaning that there's not a lot of added sweeteners and chemicals, especially important if you're preparing for a competition of some kind, like a figure competition, which I am. So I've added that in. Next thing I'm going to add is my pre-measured, this is approximately 6 scoops or 6 tablespoons of flax meal. I'll put that in there. I like to flavor mine with a bit of cocoa powder. It gives it a nice kind of a hint of cocoa, so hence the protein coconut cocoa balls. So I'm going to put that in there. And that's about 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. There's no sugar in that, it's completely unsweetened. Okay, so next thing is I'm going to add some glutamine. I'm going to put in about 2 scoops of glutamine. You can put in as much as you want. So I'm just showing you some options. Depending on how you like to supplement, you can add your favorite supplements. You can add creatine if you want. I'm going to add in a couple teaspoons of BCAA, which is awesome for muscle preservation and something that I use every day. I'm also going to now add, this is kind of your cohesive, this is what keeps your protein balls together. So I am now going to add tablespoon by tablespoon. And it's going to be probably about 6 tablespoons of almond butter, possibly more. I'm going to have to mix it a little bit. And I don't know why, but it looks different all the time. So, it's whatever texture you want it to be. It can be as sticky as you want. So that's about 3. And this is 4 tablespoons of almond butter. I love almond butter. It's super good for you. You got to have your good fats when you are a competitor or someone who's just conscious of good health. That's really important. So let's see, is that? I'm going to add about 1 more. Okay. Kind of tough to work with. I'm going to mix that around. Let's see what we get here. You can see that. Mix that around. Should be about right. It's going to seem really dry, but we're going to add some water in it. So it should be really sticking to all the powders. It should start to get like a crumbly consistency, kind of like, and it should be sticking to all the powder. And it's going to be really crumbly. If you've ever made apple cobbler, it's kind of going to have that crumbly consistency. And it's going to seem very dry, and that's fine. you don't want to add too much almond butter because that is not what's going to make all of this stick together. So just keep mixing. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit of water. We're going to mix that around. Don't add too much at first or it can get really, really gooey. So you're going to just keep mixing this around. Add a little bit more. Again, I don't have a specific measurement on the water. You're just going to have to kind of add until you get the consistency that you want. Now it's really starting to get crumbly. It's almost going to be the consistency of dough. You want to be able to work with it and have it stick together. Okay, once you stir and you cannot see any loose powder at the bottom, then you should be getting the consistency that you need. Okay, these are really great because you can wrap them up in plastic, tin foil, whatever. You can take them to work. If you have other completely fit friends who are on a similar diet to you, this is an awesome gift. You can take it over to their house, you know, for little get-togethers. You can stick it in your purse. You can take it to your figure competition. You can share it with others. It's really great. Okay, so now it's really starting to look like dough. Okay, and now we're finally where we need to be. As you can see, there's not any loose powders floating around. You know, you can see that it's more like a cookie dough is exactly what it's going to feel like. Now, I love cinnamon, so I'm going to flavor it even further with a little bit of cinnamon. Okay, now I'm going to work with it. Best thing, use your hands. So just work that all together, and then I'm going to take this out. I'm going to bring it to my glass surface. I'm going to work with that here. Okay, if you get it a little bit too moist, no worries, because you can make it plain. You know, you could just work with this and not use an outside covering, but in this case, I wanted it a little bit more moist because I'm actually going to coat them with a coconut flake. It just makes them a little bit prettier, makes them look kind of like a dessert. So you can trick your friends too, you know. Maybe you could say, yeah, you know, I love to eat protein balls. They're delicious. And then you could just bring them some of these and, you know, they look great. They might try it. They might actually like it because they look pretty. Okay, so you're just going to pluck off about maybe 2 tablespoons size. Okay, you're going to roll it in a ball. These are really fun to make, and these are awesome to make with your kids. I really encourage you to get your kids eating healthy. You know, show your kids that they can eat protein, they can eat, you know, healthy snacks, and it's fun to eat, and it's even better when you help them make it. So I have my form ball here, and you're going to take it, I'll bring this over so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, and you're going to take your ball and you're going to roll it around in these coconut flakes. Okay, and because I've made them pretty moist, the coconut is going to adhere to the protein ball. Okay? Now you can set them in your little presentation dish here. And as you can see, you know, they're really pretty. They don't look like something that's really good for you. It actually looks like it's kind of a dessert. So it helps me get through the day. So you're going to roll my second ball around in this coconut here. And the great thing too about this is you don't have to make protein coconut cocoa balls. You can make protein coconut cocoa bars. It's completely up to you. And you can make them as large or as small as you want to. Okay, so this is the third protein coconut cocoa ball. It's my own little term that I'm actually going to make a coconut, oh, now I'm completely confused. A protein coconut cocoa protein bar. That was too many proteins, but whatever. Okay, so you can form this little bar here, okay? Nothing fancy, okay? I didn't do no culinary art school or anything. You know, these don't have to be perfect. But here you go. Voila, you have a protein bar. So there you are. That's it. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoy my protein coconut cocoa balls. Thanks. Have a good day.